Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's always nice to see you. We're doing a look of the day today, and as you can see, I'm starting out with no makeup on at all. Usually I at least do my eyebrows and my base powder, but today I'm taking a different approach. I thought we could talk about the thing everybody's talking about and we're all sick of, while I show you how I put together my look today. My whole look is going to be based around this top. So I'll stand up. You can see the sparkles. It's silver beading. And so I thought today would be a fun day to just brighten things up with some sparkle and fun. All my jewelry was selected around this top with this bracelet was a gift from a very dear friend a few years ago. It's got all these beautiful little sparkly crystals. Then I have my moon, my computer. People are talking to me. So sorry about that. The moon is diamond accent, and I don't know if you'll be able to really see the diamonds. It's just a single row around the shape of the moon. I don't know if you can really tell, but this one's set in silver. A necklace I actually picked up over the holidays at Macy's. I know I've mentioned this before. I love Macy's holiday sales. Get some really cool stuff for not a lot of money. And then this particular set, and I know I've worn this before on here. These are white sapphires, and it's a halo framing the cushion cut sapphire. The ring is the same. You can see it a little better on the ring. And then the earrings are also the same, leaving my two upper holes still naked with no earrings. They're very much liking the break. So today we're just going with these. And I'm choosing a makeup look today, which is again going to be based on the silver and black, and hopefully just a little more fun than my typical boring no makeup look, right? So as usual, I'm starting with I'm using Bare Minerals for most of my product. I did get some really cool glittery eyeliner that I'll be working with. I don't do a lot of the glitter. We'll see how it works. I'm a very sensitive skin, but I figured I'd do just do something different, have a little fun today. So I'm actually going to take my concealer and I'm applying it with a brush. And I thought maybe one of these days we could do a video about cosmetic hygiene and safety and sanitation. I see a lot of makeup tutorials out there, a lot of beauty advisors showing makeup techniques and cool color combinations. I haven't seen a lot out there talking about the actual hygiene and safety involved. So maybe we'll do something like that. If you like that idea, let me know in the comments, please. I don't get a lot of comments at this point, which is typically fine, but I'd love to hear ideas and suggestions, and if you agree with me or disagree with something, I'd love to know that too. So please don't be shy. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer, and yes, I will also be using Shiseido eyeshadow um, along with my Bare Minerals today, so we'll get to that in a bit. But I really, really, really want to talk about the stupidity, and forgive me if you disagree with me and think I'm being harsh, but I originally, when this whole COVID-19 thing started, I admit I didn't take it as seriously as maybe I should have. I equated it to the common cold. I made jokes about the common cold taking down America, etc. And well, maybe it was a little insensitive, and early on we didn't know enough and it hadn't gotten this serious. So even I didn't think of it as that big of a deal in the beginning, but apparently it is. The new cases and death rates are still rising. Regardless of what they tell you in the news or whatever your media source says or what the politicians are telling you, the number of new cases are still rising. The 10-day average, and I'll probably do a whole video about just this, but for the sake of today's conversation, I just want to point out that it's still not resolved itself, and it's a lot more serious than I ever thought it would get. So I, for one, am grateful for staying home. I know a lot of people don't agree. Yes, I, like everyone else, would love to be able to go out and have dinner in an actual restaurant. I would love to go to the spa. I need a massage like you just have no idea, because I sit in this chair for about 11 hours a day. I'm working and doing research, and you haven't all done the benefit of my research yet, but it's coming. However, that said, right now I'm spending a lot of time in this chair and I could use a good massage. Not happening right now. But I'd rather, let's get this thing solved so we can get life back to normal, rather than opening everything up too soon and getting life or starting it all over again. Okay, you'll see that I actually just went against the hair follicle, and now I'm smudging it in. I hate the look of eyebrows being drawn with a pencil onto the skin. It just, I don't know why. Some people love that look and some people do it better than others. It is definitely not a look that works for me. So I want my brows to look as natural as possible. Yes, I need to go get them done. I could do them myself. To be honest, I just don't want to. So what qualifies me to talk about makeup? We'll get to that in another video as well, but I do currently hold a cosmetology license for a very long time now. And again, that's subject we can talk about when I do the, makeup hygiene thing. So I'm gonna start with a white base, not white, but almost white. So the COVID-19, what's really irking me are all these protesters. The government shouldn't be telling us what to do. It's unconstitutional. They shouldn't be preventing us from going out. We have the right to go out. Yes, maybe we have the right to assemble. But the Constitution is actually very clear on this. We have the right to peaceably assemble. We don't have the right to go risk people's lives with carelessness. And the Supreme Court's already ruled you don't have the right to scream fire in a movie theater. So if you know you're positive and you're likely to spread it, that's not okay. And quite honestly, you're right. Maybe the government shouldn't be telling us to stay home. But if you had any common sense or care for your fellow human beings, they wouldn't have to. And I know that's probably not the most popular opinion, but we should be staying home because we want to. Protesting is selfish. And sure, we have the right to be selfish on some level, but what we don't have the right to do is be tested positive for something we know that causes permanent lung damage and is killing a lot of vulnerable people. We don't have the right to just ignore all the advice of medical professionals who are telling us how dangerous this is. There's no point. Why are people ignoring this? Even if you think it's just a hoax, even if you believe that it's just a giant crock of you know what, why would you take that risk? Why? And I'm gonna pull the what would Jesus do card. I'm sorry, but not sorry. If you call yourself a Christian and you want to go to church, I respect that. If you call yourself a Muslim or a Jew and you want to go to temple, I respect that. If you want to hold your religious services of any kind, I respect that. What I don't respect is people just blatantly disregarding public health and safety when there are options. Nobody's saying you can't go to church or go to temple. What they're saying is don't get up next to each other. If you're going to do it, a lot of churches are holding service online. What's wrong with that? Some churches were holding services in the parking lots. You could stay in your car. Again, go for it. Practice your faith. I am all about that. But where I draw the line is when you completely disregard public safety and don't adhere to some distancing guidelines. Because it's not just your life you're putting at risk, it's mine. It's grandma's. It's your sister who's got an autoimmune deficiency. It's dad with diabetes. you're putting their lives at risk because you think it's a hoax, you think it's a government conspiracy, or they're making it all up, or best of all, God will protect me. Of course, God will protect you. You know why God will protect you? God's giving you the information to protect yourself. Reminds me of an old joke. And I actually heard this in church, so don't come for me. Thank you, Stephanie Harlow. I'm sorry I borrowed your line there. But it reminds me of a joke, and yes, I learned it in church as a teenager from a pastor I actually respected a lot. Now, this particular pastor was at the time in a Baptist church, which is the church I grew up going to the most. And we can get into my religious background another time. It was very eclectic. I was exposed to a lot of different things. But by the time I was a teenager, we were pretty settled into a local church just up the street from our home. And we had this minister for a while. And he told us this joke, and it was kind of to make a point. So it goes like this. These three guys are stuck out in the middle of the ocean on a life raft. And they're I'm sorry. I'll start over. This guy is out in the middle of the ocean in a life raft. And he keeps praying and praying and praying to God to rescue him. So at one point, a helicopter comes by, sends down their little ladder. Come on up. We're here to save you. We're here to save you. Come. It's no. God's going to protect me. God will take care of me. Don't worry. I'll be fine. God will take care of me. So they move along. A little while later, a big ship comes by. And the same thing. God will protect me. God will protect me. No. Come on aboard. We'll send out a lifeboat to collect you, and we'll bring you aboard. No, it'll be fine. God's gonna take care of me. God's gonna protect me. God will save me. I mean, this guy's faith is strong. Gotta respect that. So he goes on, another day. And eventually, he's out there for a while. He's out of food. He's got no fresh water because the ocean, right? Salt water. So he's running out of resources. And he's like, God, when are you going to come save me? I thought you were going to protect me. And eventually he dies. And he goes up to heaven. And, St. Peter escorts him through the pearly gates. And he gets an audience with God. And he's like, how did I get here? Why did this happen? You said you would take care of me. You said you'd always protect me. And so this is where God says, but I did. I sent you a helicopter. I sent you a boat. You chose not to. What more did you want me to do? So it comes down a little bit to our choices. And I think people are forgetting that. Yeah, God will take care of you, but if that's your view, I personally think that if you believe God will protect you, God's way of protecting us just might be providing us with the information for us to make those crucial decisions and do the right thing. I mean, what would Jesus do? Jesus wouldn't want us out there risking each other or ourselves. What is the one commandment Jesus gave us? And I'm speaking the Christian vernacular because that is the one I had the strongest relationship with growing up. And I think most of us relate to that terminology. So what would Jesus do? Jesus ordered us, commanded us. Here we go with the fancy glitter liner. See how this works. Jesus commanded us to love one another as he loved us. Not to love ourselves at the risk of everyone. God told us to take care of each other. Jesus told us to take care of each other. So going out there against all the better advice isn't taking care of each other. It's not God's plan. It's in direct defiance to how we were commanded to treat one another. And I do mean that, direct defiance. It is not what God taught us to do, or what God told us to do, what Jesus taught us to do at all. So I'm a little irked at all these people calling themselves Christians going out practicing this extremely selfish and dangerous behavior because they have the right to. You might have a constitutional right to gather, and that's what I want to address now. Sure, we have a constitutional right to gather, to peaceably assemble. And I know I said this just a few minutes ago. If you're risking people's lives, that's not peaceable. If you are acting against the best interests of public health and safety, that of others, that is not peaceable. Therefore, in my opinion, and in some instances already ruled on by the Supreme Court, not protected behavior. So, can we all get off our high horses and start looking out for each other and ourselves? I mean, seriously, it's selfish behavior, but it is not even in our own best interest. Because at the end of the day, our constitutional rights will still be there. Oh, I don't know about this glitter stuff. We'll see. Our constitutional rights will still be there. You can still peaceably, being the key word, peaceably assemble. We just have to exercise some common sense. So that's what I wanted to say today. Let's look after each other. I haven't had this kind of look in a very long time. I miss it. It was a fun look. So thanks for chatting with me. Let me know what you think. Um, I don't mean to be on a soapbox. I just really want everybody to be healthy and stay well. Oh, and my cheap black lipstick I got at Halloween time a few years ago. It's definitely not high-end quality or in line with my bare minerals. It's fun. So I don't mean to be harsh and picking on people, on anyone. I just want us all to realize that it's not about what we're being told to do or not do. It's about looking out for our families. Because I, for one, am grateful at this point that my mom is not still alive to deal with this. She couldn't get out and go to the store. And in fact, some of the things that she would need to get would have to be picked up in person. And she'd be completely unable to do that. And why on earth would I want to risk getting sick and bringing it to her? Well, I mean, I say that after I went there last year in February to visit, and I had horrible bronchitis. I was terrified the whole time I was there that I was going to make my mom sick. Thank God I didn't. But I knew that it was getting close to the end of her life, and I didn't want to miss that opportunity and disappoint her for her birthday. And we were very careful the whole time I was there not to breathe on Mom. I used my medical mask. I mean, we did things to take precautions. But I can't imagine now, if she was still alive in the long-term care facility, I wouldn't even be able to visit her. She'd be so lonely. Why would we want to do that to our families? And then if we were to bring this to them, come on now. That's not showing love. Bringing home a deadly disease that's going to further affect our parents with respiratory illnesses. So I'm just saying, let's all exercise some common sense and just look out for each other and do the right thing. So I know this was a little bit of a rant. I'm sorry. If you don't agree with me, I can handle that. I hope it doesn't stop you from chatting with me more in the future. But here we are. We're finished. This is my look. And now I'm going to get back to the office. Lunch break is over. Yes, I waited halfway through the day. But, you know, it is what it is. So I love you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay in touch. Stay blessed. And definitely stay connected in a responsible way. So today we're adding that. Stay responsible. Love you all. See you next time. Hi again, it's future me. I'm back for a moment. I did pull my hair up because, well, work. And my hair is extremely long. And I just wanted to add that you'll notice I did not apply any blush or bronzer. That's intentional. A lot of times I don't. But I did want to add that also that I'm extremely, extremely happy to know that most of the people that I know and love are safe and healthy, and I wish that for you and yours. So let's all, you know, let's stay connected. We're in this together. So let's do this together from a distance. And I know, coming from me, I made fun of this whole thing. So I just wanted to come back and really reiterate and stress the importance of remembering to actually care for our loved ones. And that I care for all of you. And I definitely would love to hear from you in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or others. Also, don't forget to click the little bell to notify you when a new video is posted. And that said, again, stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, stay in touch, and stay blessed. Know that you are loved. See you later.